right at the end, did you think it was a penalty? VAR check, right at the end.
Which one?
Handball, Chilwell.
Which one? This one or the Kai Walker? I don't know. Which one?
The one in the Chelsea box.
Okay. No, I didn't see it.
Fred at the back, please.
Fair enough, thank you.
Fair enough. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone's doing well, winning in life, all that jazz. I want you all, first and foremost, guys, smash that like button like you want a Birkin bag. Let's have it right. Siri merchants hand them out 24/7, so make sure you do smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to Minerals FC, we're on the road to 10K, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. We've got the notification button, ding dong, let's have it right, all that jazz. So make sure you do smash that so you know when we go live on the Minerals FC. We've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership pinned at the top of the live chat. And down below in the description, we've got the Minerals FC extra channel as well. So make sure you go and sub that as well. But listen, let's have it right. We're welcoming Hamza Talks Ball, bruv. Yeah. Professor Hamza, Man City Hardcore on the Minerals FC debut. And before we get started, his channel, his link to his channel is in the title of the stream. So make sure you go and support him, bruv. Go and like, subscribe, all that jazz, and help him build his channel up because he's only been doing it for a little bit. So, guys, big up to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Love to everyone. We're going to get straight into it and land the damn Minerals. But big up, Hamza. How are we doing, my geezer?
I'm doing very well, man. Although I'm disappointed yesterday's game. I'm doing well, but I'm just obviously
Sorry, I'm just drinking your tears at the minute.
Man, it's painful after yesterday. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. It's so painful to have drawn that game. Yeah, Jerry. It
goes like this, Hamza. It goes, today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. Right now, we're going to find out what you're really going to do.
I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. I woke up this morning, I thought, I can't believe I drew to Chelsea twice this season. That is an L for my team. Literally an L.
Listen, all I can say is, the turtlehead merchant, the turtleneck merchant, let's have it right. He got done like a kipper from Bottle Tino, mate. I mean, let's have it right, Hamza. No one, including myself, thought that we would go there and nick a point at the Etihad. I'd say Etihad, but it's now take the Eti off and keep the had and say had Minerals because you didn't show no minerals in that game, bruv. Yeah, it was poor, bruv. I mean, City. Listen, when I saw the lineup, I was always worried, but I'm surprised Bernardo Silva. I know he had an injury because I found out after, but I'm surprised he didn't come on earlier than when he did in that game because you look like you weren't doing anything in this game. Like in terms of creation and chances, I didn't see it. You know, we forced you out wide. You had to keep playing crosses. Not your game. Like, that's credit to Chelsea and Pochettino, obviously.
Absolutely. You know, Pochettino has been criticized, but no one's going to give him the credit for that. But before the game, a lot of Chelsea fans had this if they had lost 1 or 2-0, that would have been a success, a bit of respect. They thought that we're going to batter them 4 because look at this team. This team I've seen struggled against Palace. Because if Palace had Eze many of us believe that Palace would have won that game. We saw Liverpool annihilate you guys, literally, in Anfield. So me, I was like, I'll beat Chelsea 4-1, 5-1, easy. If someone told me I'll beat Chelsea 1-0, I'd have been shocked. So I was so super confident. Every City fan was super confident, including Pep. The fact that he lined up a single midfielder tells you how he thought of Chelsea. He thought Chelsea are weak. They're not that special. He would never have done that against Liverpool. No chance. He would never have done, Rodri Kovacic would have played, or at least Bernardo Silva. Because that's a big game. Or Arsenal, he would have played 2 midfielders. But for Chelsea, I think he just disrespected Chelsea. He's easy. This guy will handle Enzo, Caicedo, and Gallagher easy. And so when I saw the lineup, I thought, okay, fair enough. I was like, okay, this is gonna be. We will still beat them 4-1. Yeah, I expected a goal in the first 15 minutes. I expected a goal. I was so confident. 15 minutes. As the time went on, we had that ball possession. We had 70%. We had that ball. We kept it away from you. But Pochettino was clever. He just told everyone, sit back. All you need to do, sit is defend. The biggest mistake we did, we just pushed up and you kept playing that ball up the top and you'd run. And I think if we had a midfielder there, we win that game. If we take our chances, we win that game. So to me, I think the first mistake was Bernardo had a knock. And a lot of City fans are criticizing Pep for this. Like, why didn't you not play another midfielder next to Rodri? Because guess who played there? Alvarez. Alvarez was playing there. Alvarez is a striker. But Pep went out all attack. Midfield is the core to holding you down. You've seen it. Yeah. You've seen it, Johnny. Makelele, and Lampard. Those are the core guys.
Yeah.
So to have Rodri by himself, and then Rodri has to do a 6 and an 8 job because these guys are not going to help him. KDB's on that side. That was the biggest mistake. All we need to do is play Kovacic or Matthew Nunes, or even Matthew Nunes. I think would have beaten Chelsea. Matthew Nunes there would Rodri just sit there. I think we beat Chelsea. But he didn't.
This is the thing, right? I think with Pep, he always overthinks certain games. Now, where I caught him at is that he was playing mind games, saying that before the game, Chelsea's a fantastic side, this and that. We have to be very careful. They're dangerous, this and that. And yet, does he not know that we're sitting 10th mid-table, that we are inconsistent, that we're not a very good team. We're not, as a team, no. We've got some good individuals, but collectively as a squad, we're nowhere near it. We're a long way from Starbucks, Lavazza, Super Grandma, right? Yeah. But the bottom line is this: when you play Rodri's the heartbeat of that team. What Pochettino did is he put Gallagher on Rodri for the entire game. The moment Rodri scored was when Gallagher wasn't on Rodri, and he brought on that young kid, Cassidy, and Rodri had the impact to find the space and score a clinical finish to dig you out the game. Because let's have it right. The Viking, the alien himself, he missed 2 absolute sitters. On any other day, scoring them, but he missed them. And I think that cost you the 3 points. If he'd taken at least one of those, plus Rodri, you win the game. Because I don't really see Chelsea. We created some very good chances, but we're not clinical enough. So it doesn't matter if we create 10 chances, we're probably only going to take 2 of them at best. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with you lot, you didn't create that much, but you had very good, clear-cut chances. Taken. Yeah. Clear. And there's a couple of big moments in this game which went in Chelsea's favour, which is the first one with Casado on Pokemon, I call him. Yeah. He's like Pokemon on speed. You know what I'm saying? This guy, I don't rate him. I'll be real. Like,
no, he's good, man.
Johnny, he's all right. He's all right.
Nah, Johnny.
But listen. When you say to me, what, like Grealish on the left, or Pokemon, who am I taking, bruv?
Grealish, obviously.
I'm taking a beer drinking Grealish, bruv. That's what I'm taking all day long. And I think if Grealish played, Bernardo Silva played in this game, you wipe the floor with us.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
But for me, Bernardo Silva is the key player because when he came on, and we made our subs because Poch, credit to him, he's thinking about the final and he's got his hands are tied. His squad depth is not there and the quality is not there. So he made these changes against the top Manchester City away from home. And that's what you get. You get punished because Bernardo Silva, when he come on, it allows Kevin De Bruyne to just roam and have a more of a freer role. You didn't get that in the first half and the start of the second half. And that's where, in a way, Pep playing players out of position is what basically helped us stay in the game.
Absolutely.
And helped us grow in confidence in that game. And that's why we ended up getting the result that we did. You know, I think a draw is a fair result, if I'm being honest. I mean, like, I don't think we deserve to lose, but I don't think we did enough to win. And I would say the same with Man City. So I think a draw is about a fair result. But let's have it right. City didn't really turn up. in that game.
Didn't turn up, and they've done it before. You know, the thing is, City disrespect some teams. I'll give you an example. Crystal Palace. We were 2-0 up against them. They had a 2-2 draw. Tottenham side came to our ground with Davis and who's the other guy, that Brazilian guy, as a centre back, and they got a 3-3 draw. City keep doing this, which is disrespecting teams. I think before the game, Pep Guardiola knows this is not a good Chelsea side. Let's be honest.
Of course he does. He was mugging us off.
He knows it. Everyone knows. Everyone wants to play Chelsea. Chelsea struggles in games. Every Chelsea fan believe no chance they get a result in Etihad. So for them to have come to Etihad and get that draw, it's gonna pay. People are gonna think that Chelsea are good, but Chelsea are not that good. City just didn't take their chances. Chelsea are not that good. City didn't take their chances completely. On another day, City are finishing that chance. Haaland's finishing those chances. In another day, they would have won 4-5-1. Easy. But and the biggest mistake we did, he played the guys on the wrong position. You're right. 100%. Who is the key player for Man City? Rodri. Rodri used to have Gundogan there. He doesn't have a player like Gundogan anymore. He has Kovacic, who's a brilliant signing.
But Kovacic didn't play.
Yeah.
Kovacic didn't play because if you notice when we played you at the bridge, he went like that, didn't he? When we scored the penalty. He's proper Chelsea. He loves Chelsea. He didn't believe in it. He went like that. He said, celebrating. Was it the missed penalty or when we scored the penalty?
No, Cole Palmer scored.
Yeah, Cole Palmer scored. He went like that. That's why Pep didn't play him, I believe.
Probably. I smell that a lot of people looked at him and thought, what are you doing this for? Because the guy scored and we're like thinking, yo, he went viral because a lot of City fans criticized him. Say, is he trying to celebrate against us? Because he wasn't, and I thought he would have played, but a lot of City fans thought Nunes should have played. So I think Pep Guardiola, as the game grew, he still didn't respect Chelsea. He thought we're still going to get our goal back. But we had our chances. We had 31 shots, 70% ball possession, 800 something passes. You guys had 300. Yeah? It was, bro, you look at that, you think, that game could have finished 4-1. We could have had a penalty, VAR. We could have had that penalty with Kyle Walker. Caicedo could have been sent off. He had chances to be given a yellow card. Doku, Gusto did well, no doubt about it. With Grealish, with another midfielder winning that. Huh?
Gusto pocketed Pokemon, and Chilwell pocketed Foden.
Foden. Chilwell's a good player. I don't know why Chelsea fans don't rate him. I've been saying it for a while. That guy is elite. He's a good player. There's a reason why Pep has been chasing this guy for 3 years. We've chased him for 3 years for a reason. But then you're seeing Chelsea fans are not rating the players that are supposed to be elite. Chilwell walks into my team. He's the only.
Come on, bruv. Chile, the agenda on Chilwell's a disgrace, bruv. He's a baller. In fact, he had a wonderful game yesterday. Wonderful game.
Bro, this guy pocketed Mahrez in the Champions League final.
Not only that, I would say Foden right now is on fire. He's playing very, very well. Chilwell's only just come back in the scene. He's had about five games, and you saw his best game last night. To deal with Foden, to keep close to Foden, and not allow Foden to have any major impact or creative influence on your team and in the game, that is huge credit. I mean, that goes unnoticed by a lot of the supporters. But I would say, in general, Gallagher was the key because he stopped your heartbeat. And that, for me, was the most important thing to do with City, because that means the momentum, the flow of your play doesn't get fed to Kevin De Bruyne, who can impact, doesn't get fed to Alvarez, doesn't get fed out in the wings to Doku in the right moments where you can actually break the lines. And that's where we nullified City. But Pep, you know what I'm saying? You could say it's fraudulent minerals. What's he doing? Why is he making these decisions? Who's the other guy he played in midfield with Rodri? Is he a defender though?
He played Akanji. So what he did is
Akanji,
he
that's
tried
it.
to play Akanji, and I'll tell you why. He tried to play Akanji because he would. If Stones plays that game, we win it as well. We win it because Stones is a general. He's a general, that guy. So he would have played Stones, but he rested Stones because Stones just came back from injury again. So he thought, I'm not going to play Stones. I'm not going to play Bernardo. Stones played that game. Akanji was slow a bit. Akanji was slow. I questioned it. I said it. Pep, you need to do 3 things. You need to bring on Bernardo. You need to bring in a midfielder. And you need to bring on Stones. Because we win that game by far. Because John Stones would have absolutely bossed the midfield.
But
Yeah?
this is
elite.
This is what Pep does, all right? And he's done it throughout his career. Someone could go and score a hat-trick one game and then they drop the next game. You know what I'm saying? You'll have a player playing well on form and then he just drops them for whatever reason, but he still gets the result, so he gets away with it. But sometimes in games like this, let's have it right. Chelsea are in not good condition, all right? Whether people like to speak it, I speak the truth. I'm not mudding my team. I'm just saying it as it is because I don't sugarcoat. But the reality is Chelsea's such an inconsistent side. You don't know what you're getting with this team. They're inexperienced. There's no leaders. If we had experience in this team, we beat you, right?
Absolutely. Yes, you beat us. 100%.
Right. So we're lacking experience. And this team has had some stinkers of results, all right, this season. We can name as many as you like, you know, Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, all these games, Aston Villa, you know. But then we'll go and beat lesser sides and people prop it and go Chelsea are back. We drew with you lot 4-4 at home and everyone's going Chelsea's back. Old failed that to Jennings and all that. You know, no, we're not back. We're far from being back. We are an absolute embarrassment, a calamity as a football club right now. We are the biggest club in London. We're the most elite club in London, 2 stars, European heritage. All right. We've dominated for 20 years. And now we are looking at teams, Man City, Arsenal back up there, Liverpool with a veneer merchant, Newcastle, all right, they're mid-table, but they still were up there last season. You know, United are absolutely in the gutter, all right? And now they're 10 points ahead of us, all right? And you got the cheek of Chelsea supporters, deluded melts in the fan base on social media going, oh, yeah, United are worse than Chelsea. Really? Are they really worse than Chelsea? Are we going down that road? But the reality is, when we drew against you lot at the bridge, right, everyone was praising that. But we were always chasing the game. Like you lot, again, were poor and sloppy. But you weren't really like how we
won the real City like last year. We would have bopped you. We would have beaten you easy.
That's the thing, Hamza.
And he played the same players. He played Alvarez. He played Akanji, the same style. He played the same players that game. Then he brought Kovacic on later on. And then he changed the game. We started winning the game. But he did the same thing because he doesn't respect Chelsea. He doesn't respect this Chelsea side. I know Chelsea fans. I know this is every football fans. We know this. It's the worst investment in sports history. I've never seen a sporting team that have invested so much money, Johnny, and to be in that position. Chelsea Football Club, we've seen the elite Chelsea Football Club who are leaders. There's no single leader in that team. There's no single guy that you can look up to and respect except Thiago Silva. But he's poor guy. He's 39. He must be wondering, what a bunch of jokers are these guys? He must be thinking, that's why he stayed. He thinks, these guys are jokers. These guys are not proper professionals. They're taking the mick out of Chelsea fans. Chelsea was a heritage. When you used to go Stamford Bridge, you would worry. You're looking, when am I going to Stamford Bridge? Yeah, because you know a draw is a fantastic result. First. But now people come to Stamford Bridge, a draw is a bad result. A draw is a bad result for any team. How can Villa be above you? How can Aston Villa,
I'll go beyond that. How can Arsenal be above us?
Arsenal Football Club.
How can United be above us? We were above them when we had Tommy T. Like, let's not forget, 3 seasons ago, you know, we were champions of the world, champions of Europe, Super Cup winners. We got in at 6 finals, 3 of them domestic. You know what I'm saying? We were getting top 4 with ease. Look at us now. We can barely get conference. all right? And we spent more money in the short space of time. These clown lakes are worse than the Glazers, Hamza, mate. I don't want to see it any other way. You spend 1 billion, you sacked every part of DNA out of Chelsea Football Club. You've brought in mid-directors. You're looking to bring another director of recruitment from the Seagull Merchants. It's like, enough's enough, bruv. Like, how many more of these mid-directors do you want to bring? Because they're all yes men. We got a yes man in charge, bottle job manager, Pochettino. He's not elite, right? If we had an elite gaffer yesterday, a Jose Mourinho or a Thomas Tuchel, we're winning that game. Even with that team, we'll win that game. Because the mentality and the minerals are there, all right? Because the gaffer is the gaffer, all right? And it stems from that. The gaffer controls the players, all right? If the players ain't performing, all right, it's because something's not right. They're not taking it seriously. They're not buying into the manager. They're not like Jellyfish Potter. The players didn't buy into him. Who's he to come in after Tuchel? What's he won? What's he done to be in the hot seat at Chelsea Football Club?
Nothing.
What are we doing here? So the Glazers, 18 years destroying Man United, yet they're above us, and they've spent a lot of money. We've spent more money in short space of time, and they've only been in here for 18 months, and we're worse for it. We're mid-table, bro.
It's a shocker, Johnny, that some Chelsea fans are willing to accept that and accept that there's an improvement. We drew to Man City. What an achievement! Chelsea Football used to rattle Barcelona. I remember people used to say, Barca have got Chelsea. It's going to be a long day for Barca. Barca used to hate you guys. Messi said the most toughest game, for me was to play Chelsea. Barcelona players used to hate you guys, hate Chelsea, because they knew you're going to play Chelsea, you have to sweat blood and tears to win that, because there are men there. They're men. They're men there.
Minerals generals 100%. On that pitch. All right. Now we've got a bunch of 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, and then we've got everyone promoting Enzo Fernandez and Casado, £230 million midfield, Lavia to come in, who benches Gallagher. You joke me. Gallagher, who cost us nothing, not £1 note, and the guy's been our best midfielder this season by far. All right. He shouldn't be our best midfielder. No. When you look at the team we had before. I mean, that's truth. I'm not mudding Connor, because I think he's been outstanding for Chelsea in the circumstances, but he shouldn't be the top dog in midfield. He's not a number 10. He's not creative enough. He's not technical enough, but he loves the club. He's DNA Chelsea, and we've lost all of that. So we are like literally hanging on one hair on a nutsack just to get some sort of DNA in our team, because it's completely been sucked out of us. Absolutely. And that's why it's only the pressure doesn't come from Clown Lake, doesn't come on Pochettino from them. The pressure doesn't come from Pochettino onto the players. The players don't feel the pressure because they're on death row contracts. The pressure only comes from the supporters because of our standards and what we expect at Chelsea Football Club. And the standards set by Roman Abramovich, all right? And his mentality is embedded in this fan base. Unfortunately, you've got the Brown Envelope Matrix, you've got Clown Lake working overtime, bringing Tom Roddy from the Times to Chelsea Football Club as the communications director, basically handing out the PR Happy Meals so that all the supporters buy into this whole trust the process. We're going with a Red Bull model. We're going to buy young talent all over the world, streamline Beachhead Chelsea Football Club. When our owners come out and say, all right, listen to this mentality, it's more important to add the business value and increase the business value than win or lose on the pitch. All right. Now, I'm sorry. I don't care what process you're throwing all the supporters. The process isn't about football in terms of dominating and winning trophies. And don't bring me up winning a Carabao Cup energy drink, bottom of the barrel trophy. I'm talking about Premier League trophies, countless FA Cups, Champions League, Premier League, right? This is what Chelsea's about. This is the levels and standards of Chelsea Football Club. We have now got Manchester City winning the treble, all right, who are very close to overtaking Chelsea in terms of if you get another Champions League and a Club World Cup, you become a bigger team. Now, absolutely fucking rattles me is because your ownership have come in, all right? Did they bring in a whole bunch of kids? Did they go, we're going to build a multi-club project, we're going to fucking buy different clubs and loan players and buy kids 24/7 and have a young team? Does Pep Guardiola come and take that job and go, by the way, I'm only going to have 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds? No, he wants proven pedigree, bro. He needs players and a director to work with him and the owners to go in the right direction, to have identity, to play a certain way of football, to give the manager what he needs because he's a proven pedigree elite winner. All right? We're backing fucking meaty managers. All right? And they're not even backing Potter. They didn't back Jellyfish Potter. They're not backing Pochettino. All right? Ex-Spursy. Our heritage against Spurs. And you're bringing us an ex-Spursy. Like, everything they've done is wrong from every fucking angle you can believe.
They've taken the piss. They've taken the piss out of Chelsea fans. And I can't believe when I tell them the same thing, Johnny. I'm thinking, I have never ever seen Chelsea get an ex-Spurs manager in my life. Chelsea managers used to, when they leave, they would go to Spurs. Because Spurs will be privileged to have
Or Arsenal.
Yeah, or Arsenal. Your players, when they're old, people used to take them. Now, how can Chelsea Football Club, the club I know, because I grew up watching Fergie era. I watched Fergie era dominate. And Mourinho coming in here and bringing real men. Real men. You used to go Anfield, rattled Anfield. I used to remember. You'd go Anfield, you'd give them a game. How many times you go to Old Trafford, dunked on Ferguson? Dunked on Ferguson. Barcelona, crying. You'd give them blood and tears. Yeah, how many times I've seen you? You've gone to Allianz Arena with Toni Kroos, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Philipp Lahm. Müller was there. They had an elite, fantastic, in their own back stadium, Champions League final. With Ryan Bertrand, you dunked on them. I seen you guys with Gianluca Vialli, Zola, yeah, going to Galatasaray. I said it to them. I've seen you going to Galatasaray when Galatasaray fans were putting banners of welcome to Hull, chucking flames at you when you come here at the airport. People said, you can't play at Galatasaray in 99. You beat them 5-0 to around the floor. I remember that. The same Galatasaray side that dunked Arsenal in the final in the Europa League. You send them third to Europa League. And they dunked on Arsenal with Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Emmanuel Petit, Patrick Vieira, Markova. They dunked on Arsenal. They beat Arsenal. You send them third. You made AC Milan with George Weah finish bottom of the group. I grew up watching Chelsea. Men. Chelsea used to be a side that everyone knows. Yo, you're playing Stamford Bridge? It's mad. I've seen you beating Rivaldo and all that 3. So when I see that, I'm thinking, you grew up seeing that. How can you lower your standards?
But that's
How
it.
can your
The
players
standards
lower
are
their
gone, bro.
standards? This is what I don't understand.
Yeah, but Clown Lake did it with the PR, is what I'm saying.
But it's the fans as well. Where are these
the
fans?
fans are bought into it. Listen, we go and win a Carabao Cup and we get Conference League. They're all like, yeah, we trust the process. Are we fucking having a laugh? I mean, this is like, the standards are on the floor, man. They're in the mud. Like, we should be getting Champions League football as a bare minimum. Now, we're treating it like it's a fucking trophy, like Arsenal, like Lego Head. It's a joke, man. Like, where are people going to wake up? And I'm tired of it, bro. Yeah, and you put performances like yesterday. That wasn't a great performance. That was City not performing to the levels that we know. Yeah. All right? Yes, tactically we did some good things. But irrespective, Haaland puts them 2 chances, we lose the game. End of story, bro.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's call a spade, yeah? Let's say it for what it really is. Because I'm tired of this whole overhyping mediocrity, overhyping standards that are just so shallow and in the mud. Like, why? What are we doing here? That means you accept it. If you accept it, then accept all the misery and all the shit performances and not winning trophies that comes with it. And don't come back like a flip-flop and go, oh no, I want Clown Lake out. I want him out. No, it's not the owners. It's Pochettino. All right. So Potter was the problem, was he? Is Potter that bad of a manager that he struggled that bad? Yeah. Is he that shit? No. Or is it the fact that we had 45 players in the squad, an inflated, bolstered squad of meaty quality? All right. Making signings that weren't him to implement a philosophy. all right, going and hand-picking seagull merchants like they love seagulls, like they're eating chips on the beach. Do you know what I mean? They want the seagulls to come and eat some chips and take their money and their pants down. I mean, this is what we're doing at Chelsea, you know, and it's not the manager. It's deeper than the manager, all right? And the manager you brought us is like the best of a yes man. The best you're going to get of a yes man in quality terms, right? In terms of yes, in quality, being a yes man, Pochettino's the best guy that you're going to get. If we sack Pochettino and you bring me that hipster Wolverine wannabe lookalike, from Seagull Merchants, another one, or you want to bring Thomas Frank Dumbo. Do you know what I mean? I don't need that at Chelsea. This is not Chelsea level. These are not managers. We've got Thomas Tuchel, who might be getting the sack of Bayern Munich. Bring him back. The reason Thomas Tuchel's not in the job is because he said to the owners, I'm not your yes man. Your project's a joke, and you're not coming in that dressing room. All right? And you can't dictate to me what players I play. And out of all those signings, only Sterling was that main guy that he probably would have taken. That was it. Everyone else, they're not his signings.
They're not his signings completely. You got Pep never accepted that. Pep
you got this guy here, Hamza. You got this guy here. Let me bring him up, bruv. Let me bring him up. Yeah, you got Meatloaf Bowley here, bruv. All right, going playing sporting director. All right, at Chelsea Football Club, buying the players we bought under Tuchel. Right. Well, there's your problem there. He still was it for the 2nd January window with Siri Merchant, and they are still sporting directors. And now we're looking at buying a 3rd director.
Where is he from with this new director?
It's from Brighton, bruv.
That's what I'm saying. How can you be we want to recruit from Barcelona, the great La Masia.
Well, that's what Roman did. Roman went to Man United and got Peter Kenyon.
I remember.
Jose Mourinho goes, all I needed was Peter Kenyon. All we had was Peter Kenyon, Roman Abramovich. That was the communication. That was all aligned. Everything was the right direction. These clowns are playing the Muppet Show, bruv. Yeah, they got everyone under puppet strings, mate. All right, and it's toxic behind the scenes. And these results that we're getting is all it's doing is masking the toxicity and the problems that are at Chelsea. And they're still going to be there. So I will sit back and I will chill. I'll drink in my minerals and I'll relax. Like when people wake up and it will be too late when you wake up, properly wake up. Do you know what I'm saying? But true supporters, they do see it. They understand. The ones that go to games, they see, they know what they're seeing. But all they want is players to fight for the badge. Connor was doing that. He gets all the agenda. Mason Mount did that. He got all the agenda. We've got all these players. We're selling all our young players that are winners to rivals, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Man United, Arsenal, Man City, Kovacic, who's meant to be deadwood. I mean, what are we doing here? Jorginho to Arsenal. You know, you cleaned out our entire Champions League winning team, keeping Reece James, Chilwell, and that's it, isn't it? That's it.
You don't have the core that love the
Thiago Silva. That's it.
That's it. You don't have the people that love that badge. They don't respect your badge anymore. You got these guys who are just PR guys. Enzo was bought from River Plate for 10 million. 3 months later, they're selling him for 100 million. They must be laughing. Like, what did he do to get the 100 million? What did they get? What did they do? Enzo do? People say the World Cup. How many players have we seen the World Cup deliver the World Cup? Yeah, they're not special. I can mention so many that we've seen top level. They got the World Cup, but then you never hear from them again. You never hear.
What about James Rodriguez? Scores a wonder goal for Colombia. Goes Real Madrid.
El Hadjouf in Senegal in 2002. You remember him? Yeah. Cleberson did well. Like at
World Cup tax, isn't it? It's World Cup tax.
It doesn't mean it. Messi carried that team. Otamendi was part of that team. So we can dream about Otamendi. He's 40-year-old, 39 years old playing at Benfica. Why did
you can even go one ahead and say Alvarez was so instrumental in that World Cup as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Clutch goals, performances. You know, you look at the core, the experience around Enzo Fernandez to help him ball out. Yeah. Because in reality, at Chelsea, he doesn't have these players around him. So he's getting exposed for not being the player that everyone thinks he is. All right. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I think he's got talent. But that's all we got at Chelsea is potential, talent. But talent ain't enough. Like Minos Mudryk says, tattooed on his neck, who can't even get a sniff. An £80 million player who was just a political stunt to buy a Ukrainian player and try and mud Arsenal in the process. You know, if he went to Arsenal, he'd probably do well. Let's have it right. They got stability. They got a core. They got a direction on identity. We don't. It's all pick and mix. It's a budget Roman model. That's what it is. It's a budget Roman model. It's a yes man model, which was what Roman's model was. All right. Everyone knows that. But he brought in the best of the best in terms of managers to, with his pressure and his demands, to say you win with this group of players and you earn it. And if you earn it, I'll go in and get my checkbook out and I'll support you in certain ways. The manager he backed the most was Jose Mourinho. I mean, he backed him all the way. And that Jose laid the foundations at Chelsea Football Club for the 18 years Roman was in charge. You could see the mentality was instilled in the blood of the players, bro. Right? We don't have that. Our mentality's it's like jellyfish. It's jellyfish. It's the London Aquarium at Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that's blue is the sea. And then all the royalties are trophies that Roman's got us and previous trophies before Roman. That's it. Yeah. And we've won it all. Thank God we have won it all.
Lucky. And let me go back to what I was going to say. I said the heritage of your football club is, I don't think even Fergie did what your football club has done with Roman era. I don't believe that. Yeah. Fergie, you guys, you've gone, I keep saying, you're the only team that have disrespected the heritage. Gone to the Bernabeu, knocked out Madrid.
Yeah.
Knocked out the great Barcelona. Knocked out the great Bayern Munich. We didn't do that. Knocked out the great Barcelona how many times? Bayern. You've knocked out the heritage. And people just know it's Chelsea. That's Chelsea. Chelsea.
We created the heritage like that.
They annoyed a lot of football club like Liverpool because they get knocked about it. They can't beat Real Madrid. They struggle against Real Madrid. But Real Madrid, what did they say? Two teams they were scared of. Say, City was scary, but Chelsea were different animals to play with. Different animals. To go to Bernabeu when they had Benzema, Vinicius, how many? You've dunked them out. You beat them. You've beaten all these great teams. It tells you players used to come there. They know what Chelsea is about.
Yeah.
Chelsea, all you needed to do is to fight for that badge. They don't do this tiki-taka. They say, we'll play football, but if you want to beat me, you have to sweat blood and tears. You had to sweat blood and tears. I remember.
Do you know what Tuchel said for that semi-final against Real Madrid? He says, when you go to Real Madrid, you're playing against the shirt. In other words, you're playing against the heritage of the football club. No matter what players are in that Real Madrid team, the DNA, the mentality always stays the same. All right. Well, we were that team. We were that team where players looked at us and go, "Wow, we got Chelsea. You know, Chelsea's heritage, bruv. Chelsea. You don't want to play Chelsea. They're a horrible team to play against. They won't let you play your game, and they will punish you. Right now, it's like we're demanding players to play for the badge. The majority of these players don't even know what it means to play for our badge because they don't know anything about Chelsea. They just come for their paycheck and to play in the Premier League and play in London and look at all of our heritage, you know, and go, yeah, we want to play in that. And it's like, who are you to be playing in the first team? What have you done in your career? We've sold winners to bring non-winners at a younger age, unproven. Well, that's your problem.
Absolutely.
Pep can do it in a certain way. He bought Grealish.
Yeah.
Grealish hasn't won anything.
Yeah.
But Grealish fits the system. Grealish is the type of profile player that will it'll basically enhance and improve Manchester City. Yeah?
Absolutely.
All right. But sometimes you don't need to just buy winners.
Yeah.
But when you've got a team of already existing winners in your team already, you can do that. You can bring young blood. Right?
Yes.
That's standard. That's what every team does. We bought Eden Hazard for crying out loud. All right. You know, Eden Hazard was one of the best young talents in world football, and we got him because we won the Champions League. Everyone was after him.
Yep, absolutely.
He's one of the greatest Premier League players to ever grace the game.
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
So
we wanted to buy him, but he chose you. He showed you. He chose you over us. He chose you over Ferguson. Ferguson showed him all that, whatever was on Old Trafford, all that heritage, but he chose Chelsea. Because why? People respected Chelsea. People joined Chelsea and have that great respect.
Fabregas said it because he went from Arsenal to Barcelona, and when he came to Chelsea, he goes, there's a massive difference between Arsenal and Chelsea. Wow. When I walked into that club and I walked down into the club to be signed, you smell the winning mentality. You smell the brutality, the bastard mentality at Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, you know, signing for this club, you're going to win trophies, bro. I mean, that's the given. Now, Osimhen, really? And what's he done to an extent that you're going to pay 100 million? We're signing players that they're coming in our club. We lose a game, they're all bantering on social media. It's all, oh, look at this top bins in training, and oh, it's all the manager's hugging the player. What's all this nonsense? It's all no backbone jellyfish mentality. You know, no, you lose a game. Do you know what happened with Jellyfish Potter? They got 3 days off. All right. Pochettino says we're going to go into training. No. After a loss, no. The orders from upstairs, they're going to have 2 days off. No, that's not the mentality.
No.
That's not what builds and breeds winning mentality and to be a winner. You know, you might be a young side, you might be inexperienced, but it's the mentality that's around you. The benchmarks around you. There ain't no benchmarks. You've got 20-year-olds looking at other 20-year-olds. Right? Who's going to dig out the minerals? What minerals have you got? Well, that's it. You ain't got your Balaks, your Essians, Makaleles, John Obi Mikkels, John Terry's, Czech, Drogba, Maloudas, Kalous, Anelkas, you know, going back as far as Frank Leboeuf's, Zola's, Viali, bro. You know, Di Matteo's, these players, man. You know, they come to Chelsea. They laid the foundation, you know, and it continued. And then the owner, it's all about the ownership, right? Glazers and United is why United aren't successful, because they're not interested in winning. They're interested in the marketing gain and money. Man City's ownership, Masood, he's come in. He wants to make Man City bigger than Man United. And he buys Man City. That's his goal. And that's why Pep is going to be there for a long period, unless you get done with the charges, which we'll talk about. But I think like the overall ambition is on footballing terms, because they're not there to care about making money. All right. All American owners, all they care about is a dollar. That's all they care about.
Absolutely.
They don't care about winning. Any other owner, you look at them, they look like they're just invested in the sport. They're invested in the team, the culture. Our culture is brown envelopes, bro. It's brown envelopes FC.
No, you know? I agree. Absolutely. These owners have come in here. They've come with the mentality. I could just smell. I was telling people, Johnny, I said, I've never heard owners. First thing that you do is you research. You go to the media, you research. You talk about 4-4-3 as a formation. We should not lose our youngsters such as KDB. And I'm thinking, hold on.
From our academy.
I've got a club. And they think that Mo Salah and KDB was part of the youth project at Cobham. Are we serious? You bought a multi-billion and you really believe that? You go on and you go around and you're the... Did you ever imagine you would see Sheikh Mansour negotiating transfers? No.
No chance.
He said it.
Does he go to games, Hamza?
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't go to the game. No,
does he go in the dressing room?
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's watching from Abu Dhabi. He's got his people running that football club, and he got the top people who've got the same ambition of winning. He went and grabbed that guy winning, Pep Guardiola, winners. I said, there you are. There's the responsibility. There's the cash. I want to win. And he's established that. These guys are jokers. I say, I'm going to negotiate with transfer. I'll give you an example. Cucurella deal. We were asked to pay £50 million. You went and bought. You paid for more than what they asked us. Out of us, why am I paying? You've asked City to pay 50 million euros. Why am I paying more? Because they know you guys are fools. The owners are fools. Yeah, you're going for players that no one's heard of. Chelsea fans were telling me, oh, you know, beginning of season, we're going to play Caicedo, Lavia, and Andre Santos. I said, Andre Santos, what has he done? Oh, he's playing well for Brazil under 23. I said, Premier League is a different ballgame. Where's Andre Santos now that they bought? Where's all these players that they bought, all these youngsters? Where are they? No one wants them.
No one wants them.
How many players would have come and I would want at Chelsea? Probably one or two. Chilwell, definitely. Got to go because of his
But
heart.
you lot
No.
go and buy young. You know what I hear deluded Chelsea supporters going, oh, we're doing the multi-club like Man City. No, Man City don't do it with their first team, for number one. Number two, when they buy these young players, they grassroot them out wherever they're going to put them in at whatever loan clubs or through their academy. That's what they're doing, bruv. Yeah. You know, and that's the difference. We're doing it with our first team. We got young players that wouldn't even make our under 23s in Cobham Academy playing in the first team. There's no fight. You don't like these players don't have to earn a play for Chelsea Football Club anymore because of the mentality of these clown lakes upstairs. I want to talk about Cole Palmer because Cole Palmer, Pep Guardiola came out and he said, if I gave him the amount of minutes that Foden had when he was bedded in, then he would still be a Man City player. I think Cole Palmer could have the potential better than Foden, but where I don't think he will be is because of playing for Chelsea and where we are right now. If he was at Man City in that complete team, then I think he would do better than Foden.
I think, Foden was elite, but Palmer was elite. I remember praising this guy. I used to watch the EDS, and this guy killed it. Palmer, Makati, but Palmer was the main guy. He was talented. You can see how he controls the ball. You can see how he glides with the ball. Yeah. Pep wanted to keep him. Pep told him, I want you to stay. I wanted you to stay. But the problem is, Palmer wanted to first team. He wanted that first team. And Pep couldn't promise him that ahead of Bernardo Silva and Foden. So he said, I still want you for another year. You rotate with them. But Palmer believed. But that you have to give him the attitude. Johnny, you have to give him the attitude that the boy thought, I'm going to leave the treble winners and now I would stop. How can a young City boy go to your team, $1 billion project, become your best player? That's
Because
he's failure about the project.
Well, yeah, of course it's a failure, irrespective if you win a Carabao Cup. The funny thing of it, where people don't realise is where we bought Cole Palmer from, what training, what development he's had under what manager, you know, and what Pep Guardiola does at Man City is he's in charge of everything, right? He's through the grassroots academy. He analyses. He's the heartbeat of the team of the club, essentially, in football terms, not financial, but in football terms. So you are buying a product of Pep Guardiola. When Cole Palmer plays for Chelsea, it's clear as day. You can see the Man City development.
Winning mentality, you can see that.
Yeah, and the mentality, the composure, the understanding of the game.
Yeah,
like knowing where to be, knowing when to flicks and tricks, knowing when to play it simple, knowing when to have a shot, knowing when to get into the half spaces, the half turns. These are things that I looked at when I see Foden play, or when I look at a lot of Man City players play. You can see this running through majority of the players that you buy. Bar your defenders and all that, but I'm talking in terms of attackers and your attacking midfielders. They've all got that profile that you know, they tick boxes, right? We should be doing that with, if we're going with a youth project, you should be doing that with in fact, you should go to Man City's youth academy and buy 5 players from Man City if that's the case. Do you know what I'm saying? You've only gone and bought 1, you know.
And he's elevating you. He's your best signing.
He's our best player, bruv. I mean,
he's your best player.
In terms of all of our signings, he's the best signing by far, and he will always be the best signing because they're not going to buy the likes of a Frankie de Jong that are out there ready to be bought. You know, a player of that ilk. They're not going to buy Barella or a Bastoni in defence, or you know, these are the players I'll be looking at, right? To help us elevate and actually go in the right direction. I think if you do add a Bastoni in defence, that's minerals there. You know. You add a De Jong in that midfield. Already you're worried. You're scared already. You're creating a backbone. You add an Osimhen. Whether I think Osimhen is the answer, I'm yet to be convinced with him. But I think he does have it in him, and he wants to be like Drogba and all that jazz. They all say that. What's the paycheck? But you're getting a core. But when I look at our wingers, and I look at, you know, a whole team, I don't rate Jackson. I think. Did you hear the comparison that he could be as good as Henry? What we doing here, bruv?
a joke.
What that's a joke, isn't it?
It's
That's
a joke. Come on, man. What are we doing here? The guy is shameless. He's shameless. He's shameless. When Enzo scored a goal in a replay of fifth round, he took off his shirt and celebrated like Messi. I thought, have some shame. Messi did the same thing at the Bernabeu at the World Cup. You shouldn't be doing that against Villa. And then he took off the shirt and showed everyone about. And I'm thinking, you're so shameless. Your job
what's more shameless is that he took down his Twitter with Casado, scored that free kick, celebrated. You had Jackson kissing the shirt like he thought he was kissing slosh pot wet, bruv. Yeah, all right. And in his fantasy world, and then he comes back on Twitter all of a sudden because it's like they can't take the abuse. I don't agree with abuse, and I haven't abused these players. I don't abuse the players.
No.
I'll criticise them on footballing terms. I don't feed them hate. Mason Mount got more hate than they'll ever have in their entire career. All right, and this guy's delivered us a Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup. All right, and he's actually one of our own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But people are blindsided with their agenda. They love agendas, and the agenda has killed our football club. Rory Jennings putting out Tuchel out agenda and this and that took our elite gaffer. Whether you're saying he's not elite at Bayern Munich are run by absolute crooks of a shareholder board, all right, that sacked Olivia Kahn disgracefully, all right. They move like communists, all right, in that boardroom, right? They are not there to back a manager. You brought him Eric Dyer, man. What are we doing here, bro?
What are we doing here? Exactly.
And also, you got Harry Kane, who's world class. But my, is he bad luck, bruv? I mean, the guy's gone to Bayern Munich and they're not going to win the title, and they've won it 11 times in a row or something ridiculous. Exactly. This guy's just an omen in football, you know, alone. But he's world class. You know what I'm saying? It's, you can't make this shit up. But I just look at the levels. You're relying on City to fall off a cliff. You're relying on Liverpool to fall off a cliff. Man United to fall off a cliff. I've already taken one of your directors. They're building more directors behind the scenes, building a structure. You've got Arsenal and Lego merchant with Edu sucks toes up there. You know, and the Kroenke's son, who's now taking control. So they're going in a direction. You know what I'm saying? Newcastle will come back, although they're in a bit of FFP pickle at the moment, as is most clubs. All right. So when you look at it, Chelsea are a long way from Starbucks, mate. Yeah,
way long. And you think, where do you start? Because everyone goes back to, oh no, it's Pochettino. Then I say to them, if it is Pochettino, who got Pochettino?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to cover. No. But I said, who got Pochettino there?
Yeah. Who bought the players?
Do you think Roman would have got Potter? Do you think Roman would have got? No chance.
No chance.
What did Roman used to do? Ancelotti, where are you? The guy won the Brazilian thing. He got the Brazilian manager, won the World Cup, sacked him within 8 months. So you pack your bags.
Sacked Ancelotti, bruv. Sacked Ancelotti.
He sacked.
Brought us a double.
He said, Hiddink, keep that job for a year. I'm going to. He got rid of anyone. He wanted trophies.
Because that's the Real Madrid mentality. And that's why Real Madrid are where they are.
Absolutely. They sacked Del Bosque despite winning the thing. They said, you won the Champions League, but you never won us the La Liga on top of that. Get out of here. Yeah. That's what Chelsea used to have. The mentality.
We don't have that anymore.
And you know the biggest disgrace was? The media shit stirred on your fan base. They said, you can't keep sacking managers. I said, you must have a laugh. Chelsea is successful. It's a model that's successful. It's a model that's worked with Real Madrid. Then you're cussing Real Madrid. No, you can't. We're tired of you. What do you mean you're tired? You have to try and sack until you get the elite. But the fact that you employ, yes, man, Graham Potter, Brighton are nobody compared to Chelsea.
You know, there's a great
Real Madrid guys.
There's a great quote. Shout out Cursor. All right, the pressure makes diamonds. Right, pressure. It's the pressure when these managers come at Chelsea that they have no option but to deliver or they're sacked. That's the going ticket. That's the rate. Yeah, right. It's different. Man City went a different route. Yeah, they bought Pep Guardiola. They were winning, but they got Pep Guardiola in and said, we're going to build with this guy and we're going to trust in this guy. If you're going to trust in a gaffer, you go and get the best that is out there to trust.
Absolutely.
And you build. someone with a track record, a CV, who's won the trophies, who's got all the minerals there
Yeah.
to translate to your football club and change your identity and DNA. All right.
Yeah.
That's what you go and do. We haven't done that.
Yeah.
We're still not doing that.
Mm.
It will only be a matter of time till Pochettino gets sacked.
Mm.
Because the supporters still don't like him because he's Spursy either way, whatever he wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, I bring Jose Mourinho, who I put above Pep Guardiola.
Yes.
I put Jose as one of the greatest ever to grace the game. You know,
he knows your DNA.
It's not only that, it's when I look at Jose, he's gone to every league. He's gone with not as much funds as you think. I mean, he went to Man United and had them second to a top Man City side. You know, he won them the Europa League, and the state of their squad was a shambles, bro.
It was a shambles.
Right? He went to Roma and won their first European trophy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's criminal that he done that. Really, when you think of Roma as a club. All right. He's gone to Inter Milan and won them the treble. He's gone to Real Madrid and dominated Pep Guardiola, dominated the great Barcelona team. He's come to the Premier League and dominated Sir Alex Ferguson. You know, elite. He's basically gone to Porto with a squad that didn't even have the right to win the Champions League and won the Champions League and he won their domestic treble. He won a treble at Porto as well, I believe. Yeah, he won both. He won the double. Yeah. At Porto, and he won the Champions League with the iconic rundown in Old Trafford, you know, when they scored and won. When I look at that, I can only probably name Ancelotti, really, who's gone into different leagues. But he hasn't, you know, he's done it at Chelsea, you know, in the Premier League.
He suits your thing. He's the only guy that will come in and he will sense, my God, all these guys are jokers. He'll take them down. Because he remembers where he left. He'll come here and he'll never take anyone. He will bench anyone that tries to mock around. And you know what? Those players will be scared. Because as soon as he walks in, people will be scared. You know that respect. You work with Mourinho, he loves you. If you try to take the piss, he takes you out. Yeah?
That's the problem. The clowns upstairs will be shitting themselves more than the players.
He'll take them down. He'll say to you, I want this guy out. I want this youngster. This youngster's not good enough.
And you can't put a Hannibal Lecter muzzle on Jose Mourinho, bruv. Yeah.
You can't
do that. And they're trying to do that at Bell Silva and Thiago Silva, you know, not to speak out about what's really going on behind the scenes because she spoke out. They tried to get her to delete her tweet. You know, and now you got Chelsea supporters mudding her, quote tweeting her, going, "Oh, we're better off without him." What a fucking disgrace that is! One of the most generational centre backs you'll ever see, grace the Premier League, grace the game itself. Learnt off Nesta and Maldini, bruv, who learnt off Baresi. What we doing here, bruv? Do you know what I mean? This guy's heritage, bruv. So this is the state of our fan base, and it's all PR manipulated. You know, the psyche is just controlled by the media.
Absolutely.
But I want to touch on this because I'm gonna say what I think this season in terms of the Premier League title. I think that I don't see City being that as good this year. I don't see you maybe performing how you did last year. Last year, I think if the World Cup wasn't there, I think Arsenal might have just done it. But I think the World Cup break took their momentum out of the way. They got a few injuries. They capitulated, as the Lego does anyway in Arsenal. But Man City, they know how to win games and go on a run and win games. Now, I think you can do that. But I personally, my pick for this season, from what I'm watching, irrespective of injuries right now, has got to be the veneer merchant at Liverpool. I think Liverpool have done it. They've got players in their squad that have done it and know how to win.
Absolutely.
And they know when they come against a City, they know when they come against an Arsenal or any of the big teams, they know how to get the results. And then they can go and, you know, they're well-oiled machine, bruv. Irrespective if they win or lose the Carabao Cup final, I think they're going to win the title, bruv. You know,
I think it'll be a tough one. I think the thing is we should have invested more on that midfield properly. I think the Bellingham, we missed out on that. Declan Rice, then it was supposed to be Paquetá. But that little betting scandal happened a day before the transfer window closed. So City didn't go for him. And I think City were left with no any other option. I think it's going to be a tough one. I think I can't see Arsenal. I think Liverpool have been saying from beginning of the season because of Klopp. Now Klopp has put them under huge pressure, the players, that he's leaving this last 4 months.
Yeah.
I think City are aiming to keep a full squad fit, and our key players, if we're able to keep Stones fit, Rodri, Haaland, KDB, Foden, those 5 players fully fit, we will be able to go at Anfield and get probably a result. And I think the title will go all the way to the end. But you cannot doubt Pep Guardiola.
I don't doubt him. I just think that
he wants to win that. And I just hope that we have to push Liverpool to the end. What gives Liverpool the edge is the Europa League. That Europa League that they're playing, because they're playing jokers in the Europa League, except Bayer Leverkusen's left.
But it's a lot more games as well. It's a lot more games that they're going to play than Man City in the Champions League, in Europa League. You play more games, so that could actually hurt their Premier League title.
They've got injuries now.
I know that. Right, so we're playing them. They got no Jones. They got no Trent Alexander-Arnold. They got no Thiago, who's been out for a long time anyway. They got no Jota.
Yeah,
they're 4 very important players.
Yeah,
like key players.
Curtis Jones is a youngster. Darwin.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think he's a decent player. Is he Klopp level? I mean, he's brought him through, but what options? You've got FSG running the show there. And I think Klopp's basically said to him, I'm tired of having to make diamonds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of you buying me the diamonds ready-made, cut beautifully.
Yeah.
You're asking me to dig them out and cut them and shine them for you.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that for too long, and he's building another team. But I'm glad he's going, because I think Liverpool will come to an end of an era under Klopp, who's been decent. I think he should have dominated more, really, but he didn't. And that's credit to Pep Guardiola and how City buy when they buy. And just the mentality all from top to bottom's there, But I'll be real. I think predictions for Chelsea, I've said it, I think we finish between 10th and 8th at best. We're not going any, we can't get out of 10th. And I can't see other teams falling off. You're now 10 points behind Man United, who are chasing 4th spot. We should be doing that, and we're not. So, it is what it is, bruv. But going on the 115 charges, Hamza, be real with me. No bullshit, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. You could be looking at relegation if they go on the same level as Everton, how they treated Everton. 10 points is nothing in terms of 115 charges that City have got. We don't know what the charges are and what the level of the charges are, but we do know the owners have got plenty of brown envelopes to hand out under the table to the FA. You know what I'm saying? But where do you think this is going to go? And do you think if you're relegated, or let's say you are deducted points, but you're not relegated, does Pep stay? Because Pep came out publicly and said, if I find out that the owners and the club are guilty, I'm out. So does Pep leave, or does he go back on his word? And what do you think the damage is going to be on a real? And when's it going to happen, bruv? Because we're waiting.
I think it's going to be next year. The day's been set. Days going to be set. But I think what's happened is this is the same charges that UEFA had us because of the leaked email by that guy, the Portuguese guy who leaked that email to the builder. And then they found these charges that we've been manipulating our sponsors. Our sponsors are probably related with Etihad Airways. We paid Mancini off the books. All these emails with this. So they've come hard on. So we went to UEFA and UEFA took UEFA to CAS, which is Court of Arbitration of Sport. And if you look at that report, everything got bounced up because they talked about sponsorship. Did City overstate the sponsorship? It's in there. It's in the report. You can read it because there's no way that is a fair value sponsorship that City got. Is City that Etihad Airways is it a related company to City owners? They said it's absolutely, there's no evidence to show that. I think Premier League will be left like, there will be charges there. Like there's issues about grass cutting. There's issue about we did not cooperate with UEFA initially. Probably those 2 or 3. But the major one, like they have to prove the fact that we paid Mancini on the backhand. That's difficult to prove, Johnny. You have to find Mancini's bank statements and then show that there you are. They see his money going in Mancini. That was found to be false. That was not. So all these leaked emails with this evidence, they had to just do the same charges that UEFA's doing. They had to follow the same protocol because they were being pushed. They said to them, if UEFA have done that investigation, why have you not done the same investigation? So they've done these 115 charges. The good thing, and I'll tell you one thing, I'm glad we have rich owners. I am glad we have owners with money. Because Johnny, money talks, bullshit walks. We know that. Do you know why, Johnny? Because if you, let's say, for example, someone tries to make an allegation, if you got the best lawyer, you can fight that case. And that's what we got. We got one of the best lawyers. We've got more. I think we've got 50 to 100 lawyers working on each case. I don't see that City getting done. There's no way City will ever get relegated. The Premier League need us. It's embarrassing for the Premier League. Embarrassing that to relegate us to Division 2. It's embarrassing for the Premier League. So
it's all about setting a standard, though, isn't it? And setting the tone in the league. Yeah. The FA are the biggest crooks. I mean, they're limited on their income. So have it right. All the officials, VAR, everyone's corrupt. I mean, if you don't think that, then you're a long way from Starbucks and that's Supergram above. I mean,
and they're run by cartel clubs, not you guys. They're anti-Chelsea and anti-City because me and you were the only clubs that have come here, rattle that heritage that they have. Liverpool and Man United, they hate Chelsea. They can't. Of
course they do, bro.
They just Chelsea come and win these titles in front of us, win the Champions League. London is a capital city. Yeah. One of the biggest capital cities. Milan had a Champions League. Barcelona had a Champions League. Madrid had a Champions League. Munich had a Champions League. London didn't have a Champions League with all these football clubs. Chelsea gave London the heritage of that European Cup. How many years did London not have a European Cup? It hurts them. It hurts Arsenal fans that they failed, Johnny. It hurts Arsenal fans. You got 2, they got 0. It hurts them, Johnny. I went to Istanbul. I asked everyone in Istanbul. I got videos. Turkish people from countries, Mexico, Argentina. You know, I asked them, who's the bigger club, Arsenal and Chelsea? They said Chelsea. I said, why? Because they got 2 Champions League. And then Arsenal fans are telling me about FA Cup. FA Cup doesn't make you. Real Madrid keeps saying about they don't talk about, I got 34 La Ligas. They say, I got 14 Champions League.
Yeah, bro. They come to the table and they eat like kings. You know what I'm saying? What? Arsenal Football Club can't sit at the European Pedigree Elite table, bro. They can't even sit at the Europa League table. So have it right. Yeah. We got 2 of them as well. You know?
They have 0 Europa Leagues.
They got
0
nothing.
Europa Leagues.
Nothing. And they sit on their post-World War II Premier League titles. You know what I mean? Premier League was in existence from like the actual Premier League was 1992, I believe.
92.
Yeah, 92. So all the trophies before then, what, are we going back that dinosaur era like Liverpool do? Liverpool, you know, Veneer Merchant, 1 league title in 30 years? And they're sponsoring that and they're the biggest club. Yeah, that era, they've won the most European trophies in England. Granted, no problem. But it's something called recency as well. Absolutely. You know, we can't just always look back at history. Man United have been living off their history, bruv. All right? For God knows, since Fergie left, that's all they live off. Chelsea with these owners are now living off their history. They're not there to make new history. They're not there to enhance what we got.
Yeah.
That's why I'm worried going forward until these owners are in the bin and in the gutter and out of our football club. Then we can actually move forward. But going back to the 115 charges, where you talk about how they investigate where sponsorship money comes from, or companies that are affiliated with the ownership and their companies. Well, Chelsea with Clown Lake, do you know how many investors there are?
Yeah.
We've got sponsors that are linked to the Clown Lake, Clear Lake.
How many?
You know, they're going to get done. So they've gone to FFP going, look at Roman, what he done. Give us a slap on the wrist and community service because of the Willian and Etu and Hazard deals. That they never alerted Roman with that, never come at him or tried to take him to court. So why are you handing that now? Because you want a slap on the wrist. You want to say we're doing the right thing. We're here to obey by the rules.
Yeah.
But they don't care. Pay me. Give me my money. Give me my money.
Yeah.
That's all they care about.
Absolutely. And City owner, the owner of City is vice president of Abu Dhabi United Arab Emirates. Yeah. They produce oil to UK. I had the sports minister released, I don't know whether you guys saw that. The sports minister said he released a document that I met Manchester City in Abu Dhabi, but we never talked about the charges. We talked about every single thing. A sports minister and ambassador was called up in Abu Dhabi to explain what's happening. Yeah, because they were pissed off. And he said, oh, we spoke about everything, we didn't speak about charges. Money talks, man. Johnny, you know, money talks. If I know why they, I'll get done.
You know why they implemented FFP?
Yeah.
You know why they brought FFP in? Do you know why?
No.
Because of Roman Abramovich. There was no FFP before Roman came.
Before that, he wasn't. You're right.
Nah. It's all about control, man. It's
control.
all about controlling the market, controlling their pound notes. Because they're not making enough. Why do you think UEFA are the way? And UEFA hate Chelsea.
They hate Chelsea.
Hate.
How
Chelsea.
dare you coming and break their heritage?
So why have we got these clowns, all right, paying out all this money to brown envelopes, yeah? All these PR merchants, all these journos, bruv, all right? When we got the worst campaign against Chelsea. They are the campaign against Chelsea. Absolutely. UEFA, FA, the media. And you're using these fucking clowns to push out your bullshit project. When it all falls down Kanye West, let's have it right, they're going to turn their back on you. That's how it goes, mate. That's the aim of the game. They don't care. They're just there for their payday.
Yeah.
All right? These clowns are going to learn the hard way. They're going to learn it the hard way because they don't know what they bought. They don't care about what they bought. They just saw it as an opportunity at a cut price to buy Chelsea Football Club for $2.5 billion. And people say, even if we don't win, we're not going to make money. You're wrong. Spurs haven't won nothing, and they're making the most money. All right.
Yeah.
Where these clowns win is that no matter what they do, even building a stadium and not winning nothing for the 10 years, and profiting on these players on a low wage structure and selling them on and flipping them like burgers at Burger King, to make their money and try and market as much as possible.
Yeah.
They make the money. They will more than double what they bought the club for. They will sell it for 5 billion, 5.5 billion because of where it is, because of what it is, the heritage, the eliteness, the fact that it's in the best capital in the world. All right,
gold.
London.
Just gold.
It's gold, bro.
Yeah,
gold bullion and diamonds put together, man. You've got diamonds engraved in there, bro. Yeah, shining like Christmas trees 24/7. All right, this is what we got at Chelsea. So they build the stadium, which is the main priority for them. All right, they build that stadium. Automatically, you've doubled your money.
Yeah.
So they've gone in there going, all right, we spent $2.5 billion, but we're going to make double that at the very least.
Yeah,
it at the very least.
Easy. It's London, central London. Chelsea is a capital. Chelsea W1 is a big. Harrods is around there. It's not like North London. That's the heart of London.
They're in London. All right, they can shop in Harrods. They've been going to fucking Primark. That's where they're going to get clothes and dress us at Chelsea now.
Yeah.
You know, instead of going to Harrods and buying the creme de la creme and spending untold money. This is what we got, man. You know what I'm saying? These guys have killed our football club. I stand by it. Anyone who doesn't say that, well, you're lost, mate. I mean, you need to wake up, go Specsavers or something. Because these performances that are coming out right now, I've been landing it even when we win games. Yeah. And when we're winning games, they're not convincing wins. They're not like, for me, Villa. Did you see the Villa game? They didn't turn up whatsoever. Whatsoever. All right. So we did, and we win the game. All right. That's the way it goes. That's the aim of the game. But you can't. It's not sustainable, bro.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not completely. Absolutely. You're in the mud for a long time, I think, unless its owners do something major, which I
They've
want
got to change it.
They have to
They
change.
have to change the model.
They
They
have
have to.
100%.
You go
100%.
and buy me a Frankie de Jong,
Yeah. Barella,
Bastoni,
Funky,
Barella,
yeah, those are
Osman.
the guys. Bastonis.
Yeah.
Those are
Even
the
go
guys.
and get sell Mudryk if you're going to sell Mudryk, because it looks like they're going to sell him. All
Yeah.
right. And you're going to sell Sterling as well.
Yeah.
And go and get me Leo as well. Go and
I'll
get
get
him as well.
Musiala is wanting to leave Madrid.
Musiala. Perfect
Yeah.
for their profile.
Absolutely. Yeah. Top talent.
Yeah. This is what you should be going and buy. Or go and bring me Harry Kane. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We got an ex-Spursy gaffer. Go and get me an ex-Spurs player then.
Absolutely. That's the only way.
The bottom line is they're restricted in the market, Hamza, mate.
No.
They won't pay the wages. You know, Man United, they're in Europa League in the mud and they signed Paul Pogba. Why did they sign Paul Pogba or Ibrahimovic? Because it's all about marketing. They can make money. They're happy to pay the high wages because they're going to make that money back overnight anyway.
Yeah.
That's the aim of the game, bruv.
It's a joke. It has to change. It has to change, Jordan. It has to change. And Chelsea fans have to get into the bandwagons to accept that these guys are the problem of your football club. And you have to put them under pressure. You have to put them under pressure. Forget all these guys who are being paid brown and don't listen to them, man. Those guys are the problem. If you got paid all that money, I would say anything on Twitter. I'll say anything on Twitter. People are getting paid to say things on Twitter to try and please all these Chelsea fans. And you're falling for it. I think it's time for Chelsea fans to wake up. End of the season, say, yo, 2 seasons like that, we're not accepting it anymore.
Yeah, they're happy to roll on for a 3rd season, mate. What happens when you go for a 3rd season and they'll go, oh, we finished 12th, but we finished 10th this year. That's progression. And we've won a Carabao Cup. Fuck me, man. Well, I mean, we are truly in the mud. We are not the Chelsea of old. This is not Chelsea. This is not Chelsea. This is not our mentality. All right. Absolutely. This is mediocrity at best. We've got fucking seagull merchants above us, Hamza, bro. Brighton are above us. Comfortably, bruv. What, 3-4 points?
It's a joke.
And these lot go, oh, let's bring Desiree. What do these clowns not understand?
What has he done?
Right, Brighton have a copyright patent on their software that they use, bruv. Yeah. To buy the way they do. They have a structure from top to bottom, all aligned. So no matter what manager they bring in, it runs. You can't do that at Chelsea.
You can't do it.
You can't do it with non-eliteness.
You can't do it.
So what they've done is they've sabotaged us. They've gone, right, let's take out all the experience. Let's take out all the elite players. And we're going to build our own elite players with young kids. And then we're going to mould them how we want to mould it.
Yeah.
And the supporters have to take it.
Yes.
And that's it. And the way we're going to make the supporters take it is we're going to feed them all the promises and all the trust the process. And we're going to use the Fabrizio Romanos, the Ben Jacobs, David Paulsteins, and all these guys to just constantly, relentlessly push out great data, great stats, great this, trust the process. Yes. Chelsea look like a great team. They're going to be fantastic in Simon Jordan talk sport. Oh, Chelsea will win the Premier League in 2 years and all this jazz. All right. So supporters just listen to what they listen to and they buy into it. They don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. I do. So, this is the problem. It's a big problem at Chelsea. A big, big problem, bruv. But it is what it is, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? We have to make a change and we have to protest, and that's the only way
forward. Change has to happen now. Absolutely. I agree completely with you. Change has to happen now. Chelsea fans have to be in agreement of that. And I'm proud that you are speaking about it, because if you don't, you'll be like Arsenal. It took him how many years? Trust the process was a bullshit. It was a lie. You don't trust that bullshit.
Up to this point, it still is. He's in phase 4, 5.
Yeah,
what's he won?
Yeah, absolutely.
They've robbed that FA Cup off us.
Yeah.
We got robbed in that final.
Yeah.
We should have won that final with Frank Lampard.
Absolutely.
Right? So if he didn't even win that, what process are you trusting? Champions League money, is it? Yeah, that's all it's about. It's about Champions League money, bruv.
Very sad. It's a sad state of Chelsea Football Club. Very sad state. And I think for you to propagate that, you need rivals to come and, not rivals, even other football fans just to come and tell your football fans and to be in agreement just to see what we do. We're mocking your football club. That shouldn't be. You're just a heritage football club. You shouldn't be there. Everyone in the world is shocked. How can Chelsea be there? I went in Istanbul. They asked him, hold on, Chelsea were good. What's happened to them? I said, the owners. Chelsea were a big team. Big team, they're telling me.
We're a fucking elite club, bruv. We're the best in London, bruv. We are the biggest club in London, bruv. We should be up there. We should be landing it, dominating. 1 billion. Are you taking the fucking piss? 1 billion we spent. And look at the state of our squad. Let's be real about it. You give Pep Guardiola 1 billion in 3 windows. He's building you a Galactico, bruv. You give Real Madrid 1 billion. They're building Galactico team, bruv. What are we fucking building? Kindergarten FC, kids, 20-year-olds, Epstein FC at Chelsea Football Club. Is that what we're fucking doing here? And everyone's propping this, supporting this nonsense. It's a fucking disgrace. It's a shambles, man. And I can't take it, bruv. People laughing at Chelsea. Everyone's having a fucking laugh at Chelsea. Everyone's bantering us. We're Banter FC. We're not fucking Banter FC. We're Chelsea Football Club. The biggest, most elite club in London, mate. Yeah? You go and banter Arsenal and Lego Head. Go and banter Spursy. Go and banter the Hammers. Go and banter fucking Brentfords. Go and banter Fulham. You don't banter Chelsea, bruv.
Yeah.
You know? We can banter Man City, bruv, because we're bigger than Man City. We can banter fucking anyone, bruv. You know, we're dominated, man. Now we're laughing. We're a PR Happy Meal fucking served on a silver platter. That's what we are.
Absolutely.
We're fucking McDonald's franchise now. That's what we are. Yeah, and the food's garbage. Yeah, I'm used to eating Gordon Ramsay a la carte, bruv. T-bone steaks, man. Yeah, gravy, onions, all that jazz. Yeah, all that. Yeah. Now what we getting?
Morley's.
Cheese, dry
Morley's
cheeseburgers, no onions, no fucking sauce, nothing, man. Just dries you like dry buns, man. Processed food.
Joke. Absolutely.
You know?
Disgraceful, man, Johnny. Absolutely just disgraceful.
Fucking hell, bruv. And then you got melts in the fan base. And they've got a responsibility, bruv.
Yeah.
They've got a responsibility of fucking land it how it should be. And they just go along with it. Why? Because they're all bought, mate. They don't want to, oh, they're scared of my channel. My channel's going to get shut down. Do you know how many times I've been shadow banned, Hamza, bruv? Do you know how many times they've fucking tried to block me? Do you know how many times, bruv?
How many times?
Fucking 3 times I've been shadow banned. People, my supporters don't even get fucking notifications, man. They don't even know I'm live when I'm live, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real, bruv. Like the old, what's his name? Andrew Tate says they are live and watching, live and kicking, mate, 24/7. They watch everything. Everyone watches everything. Did you know, yeah, that the Premier League, yeah, have got this agency that they present to all the Premier League clubs, and the Premier League clubs go to this agency, all right, and they research all the supporters, all the fans, all the Twitter accounts, all the channels, and they watch them, and they create data and they feed back to them. All right.
Wow.
And they shut people down. They shut people down. Some girl from Newcastle got banned from Newcastle for 3 seasons, bruv.
Oh
she goes, they found a picture where she lived. They tracked her. They got in contact with her. They prosecuted all this jazz, bruv. Yeah, it's mad, mate. Yeah, people are scared. They're scared. I ain't scared, bruv. Yeah, I'll tell you this now. You can shut me down now. Shut me down tomorrow. I'll just go and set up another one, bruv, and we go again, bruv.
Because you're real Charles, you know. You will not get paid. No one's gonna buy you, Johnny. No one's gonna buy you. No one's gonna buy you. You love your football club. You've been through the mud. You know it. But the rest can be bought. That's the difference between you and the other fans.
Facts. And do you know what? Shout out Metalface Doom says Johnny's been dodging the brown envelope matrix attack like Neo, bruv. Let's have it right, yeah, man. We're moving like John Wick and all sorts. But big up to what's this? Kosh, your guy, yeah. Celebrating a draw. Shambles, we're in the mud. I mean, it's embarrassing that we're celebrating. I'm not celebrating a draw, but most people are. Brian, big up Brian, my member. He says, you Clown Lakes throw the Carabel. And it's on Mofos. Listen, I couldn't give a toss, bruv, whether you win. But it is what it is. But respect to everyone, guys. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I want every single one of you to go and support Hamza's channel as well in the links in the title of the stream. I want you all put your comments at the end of the stream. Respect to everyone watching. Everyone, please like, subscribe, all that jazz. Keep landing your minerals everywhere we go. Respect to you, Hamza, for coming on, bruv.
Thank you so much, Johnny.
We'll get you on again, man. And listen, anything you want to shout out before you leave, what you got coming up or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm just Hamza Talks Ball. I'm on YouTube. I'm just doing my watch alongs there. You can support me by liking and subscribing on my channel. Big up everyone. Big up to Johnny to have me on here today. I'm happy to come anytime. But big up Chelsea fan. Don't forget, you're the biggest club in London. I've always said it. Always said it.
Let's have it right, bruv. We see things they'll never see. Shout out Chelsea Old Boys. Big up to everyone, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you during the week. I should be doing something with Eunice this week, so make sure your notifications are on. But as always, guys, up the Chelsea, up Minerals FC. Let's go.